Hello, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever since I uploaded, but I'm gonna try and get back to being more regular. We have a new setup and hopefully it will stay in focus, and I'm gonna hopefully be investing in a new tripod soon that cooperates with me a lot better. But I have 3 groups for you. Group 1 is Orchid, She Who Thrives, with the Spirit Quartz. Group 2 is Kamala, She Who Emerges, with bismuth. And group 3 is Manara, She Who Waits, with apophyllite. So I'm going to give you just a second to kind of decide which one you're resonating with here, and I will see you at your group. Okay, so this is for everyone who chose group number 1, Orchid, She Who Thrives. We're going to see what we can figure out about what's going on in your all's connection. So I'm going to do we're going to do one pile at a time because my camera will not, my tripod won't go up high enough to see both piles, and I just want you all to be able to see everything. So I'm going to shuffle everything, but then I'm only going to have one pile on frame at a time, if that makes sense. Okay, so what's going on for you? So this is you. I'll have it like in the corner here, but we'll look at it in a minute. For your person, and where is Spirit trying to get you all together? Okay, for you, for your person, pile 1, pile 1's person. And where is Spirit trying to get you all together? Okay. For you, please, pile 1, where are you at in this connection? Where's your person, please? Pile 1's person at in this connection? And where is Spirit trying to get you all together? Okay. Where are you at in this connection, please? Where's pile 1 at in this connection? Please, Spirit. Where's pile 1's person at in this connection? And where is Spirit trying to get you all together? Okay. Where is pile 1 at in this connection? Where's pile 1's person? And where is Spirit trying to lead you all together? Is Spirit trying to lead you all together for my pile 1s? Where is pile 1 in this connection, please? Where's pile 1's person in this connection, please? And where is Spirit trying to lead you all together? Where's Spirit trying to lead you all together for my pile 1s, please? 2. Okay. Set these to the side and we will look at what we got here. Okay, so we are going to start with you, pile 1. Where are you at in this connection? So first we have time. You're giving you are trying too hard, give it time. And then we have, beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Then we have, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. And then we have, you are close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. Try and keep all these on frame for you. We have the shadow. Then we have raw power from the divine gods, the divine masculine side. And then from the divine feminine, we have Aphrodite, self-love. Okay. I think I've got it mostly all on frame here. Okay, so where are you at right now in this connection, pile 1? It's like you've been pushing really, really hard for this connection. You really have been trying to find your own sense of self-worth. You've been trying to work through a lot of your issues, your shadow self, doing your shadow work, trying to find self-love, trying to find your own power, really trying to express yourself. But it's almost like you're getting frustrated because you're like, I'm doing the work. Why isn't my person reciprocating? Why aren't they seeing like everything that I'm doing? Why is this taking so long? Why are we not in alignment? Why are we not like fully together or fully on the same page? Like, it's going to be a little bit different for everybody. This is general, but it's like, we're so close. We're just not quite there. We're not in the relationship, or we're not proposed, you know, they haven't proposed, or I can't get them to see how I feel, you know, like, we're not talking about our feelings. It could be any number of things. It's just like the relationship is not quite how you're seeing it. But it's almost like you just haven't let go. It's like you've done all the work to have the relationship. You've done your shadow work. You've really kind of put a lot of the effort in to make this relationship get going. You've manifested it, but somehow you've just not allowed yourself to relax and let things start flowing. It's like you're trying to force your partner to be at the same place as you. Maybe they haven't done everything on their end, you know, like maybe they're not quite ready to fully step into all of the same amounts of things that you've done, you know, like it's almost like you can't quite see that maybe they haven't done all of their shadow work, all of their inner child healing or something like that. And it's like you're trying to rush the manifestation. Now you're so close and it's almost there. It's almost manifested because you can feel it. You're so close to it. You're like, now, give it now. I want it now. And you're trying to push this through, this energy of like, hurry, hurry, hurry. Like, let's get it. I'm ready. I deserve it. I want it. I want it. I want it. And it's like, because you're trying so hard to get it now that you're close to it, it's almost like you're like sabotaging things now at the end because you're so close to having what you've been wanting for so long. And instead of just relaxing and knowing that you already have it, it's already there, you've already done it, you've done everything you need to do, you just need to relax now and just keep giving yourself love, just keep practicing this self-love, stay in this power that you have. You know, you've already done all the hard parts. Now you just have to relax. But sometimes that's like the hardest part. It's like your energy is a little erratic now, like because you're just trying to do work that isn't there to do anymore, you know? That's kind of where your energy is sitting right now. So let's look at where your partner, your person is. We have, look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. This doesn't necessarily mean a new person. It just means like they're starting to feel new feelings. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. The desert. Vishnu, balance. And oh yeah, power from the feminine. So their masculine is in balance, their feminine is in power. Okay, so your person, wow, I think love is a new feeling for them. Not to say they've never had a relationship, but I feel like being in a partnership with you, in a connection with you, has really awoken some deep feelings that, like, look at this desert card. Like, I don't know that they've ever felt some emotion, like deep emotions from somebody, like received the kind of love and affection that they've received from you. And it's kind of a new feeling to take in for them. Like this new love, I don't think this is a new person. This is you. You've given them something completely foreign to them, something that they have never had to deal with in their in their psyche and their emotional love map. And like, I actually think this balance, spirituality and practicality, this is like they're trying to learn how to balance emotion and logic. I think that that's really actually more what that card is like. How do I fit these new emotions, these new feelings that I've never felt before, in with my day-to-day life? Because like, whereas you had power in your masculine side, they have power in their feminine side, because they are trying to bring strength into their emotional map where they've never had to have strength on that side. And it's they need to rebalance their physical side to match up with their new emotional side that's starting to kind of go. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. This is new for them. I feel like they are feeling they're like drowning. They were dry. They were starving for this. And they didn't know. They were like lost in a desert and they had no idea until they felt this. And now they are kind of almost drowning. That sounded drowning. They're like, so they had no idea how much they were missing. And it's like they're playing catch up. All of them is playing catch up to this feeling that has been brought out for them, for you. And it's like they don't know how to express this. They don't even know how to process it internally. So I think that you've manifested this connection with them and you're ready for it. You're emotionally ready for it. You are such a loving, open energy on your side. But your person is not as open. They're not as prepared for this kind of loving connection because they've never had this. They've never known how to have this. I don't think your person even knew that this was a possibility for them. And now that this is presented to them, it's like they want it, they're reaching for it, but it's going to take them time to learn how to do this properly. And they want to do it properly because I think that there are some real strong feelings for you here. So let's look at what Spirit is trying to do for you all together. Okay, so we have a message for you. I am thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. And we have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together. And remember, love is the greatest healer. Trust. The situation is calling for you to trust. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. The maiden. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all of these on the screen. I'll try my best. The queen. From the masculine, we have Poseidon, flow. And on the feminine, we had two. We have Boudica, unity. I hope I said that right. I don't get all of these right. And Amaterasu, self-esteem. Okay. So where is Spirit trying to get you all together? Well, one, I think both of you have some inner childhood wounds, or, you know, they're not necessarily going all the way back to childhood, but inner wounding about feeling worthy of love, feeling good enough to deserve love. And I think that your partnership is teaching both of you in different ways that love is there for you. It's available for you and you deserve it. There's nothing you have to do to to be worthy of it. Like, there is someone out there who loves you, and that you need to love yourself. Both of you all need to understand that that you need to love you so your partner can love you, so that you can love your partner. And I think that this connection is teaching you all that, but also teaching you that there are people you can trust and you can be connected with. The other big message here is that that you have to surrender, that you can't control everything, that it's scary to allow someone else in to be vulnerable, and that to go with kind of with how things are developing, and trust that they are going to be there. Like, you can just let them go and they are going to come back. But there is this message here that this person is in your life and you're in their life because you have to learn how to let someone back in. You have to learn how to let them be a part of your life, and not control how they're going to be in your life, and know that they are going to be, they are going to love you. They are going to show up for you. But sometimes that is going to just not be in a way that you understand. You know, like, you have to learn how to accept that they love you. They might show their love in a different way than you show your love, but that's okay. You know, like, there's a compromise. I was just having a conversation today with one of my friends about the Temperance card, and about how that card doesn't really mean balance per se. It means about, it's about harmony and compromise. You know, being tempered is challenge. It doesn't feel good. The tempering process is kind of chaotic, and it's challenging, but it makes you stronger and it makes you bonded. And I think your partnership with this person is a tempering process. It's making you all both stronger in yourselves and stronger as a partnership. But Spirit also wants to highlight that you all are meant to learn how to have fun again together, to learn that your journey on this planet and as a couple or a partnership is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to enjoy this together, and to empower you all, both as individuals and as a partnership. So now I want to get some cards. What is the overall theme of your all's connection? Like, right now, where are you all in this connection? Okay, so we have number 21. Pile 1, please. Pile 1, please. And then we have number 23. Eagle Spirit has your back. And the last card. Pile 1, please. Where are they at right now in the connection? Pile 1. Oh no! We've made a mess. Oh, goodness. Sorry, pile 1. Okay. And the Queen of Swords, fairness. Okay. So, where are you at right now? So, I feel like for most of you who picked this pile, you all are at a place where perhaps, like, it does feel like you're being more guided by, you know, your logic than your heart space in your communications with your person. And that might be why you're doubting whether or not this person cares as much as you do. I don't think that that's the case, especially looking at their overall energies. We're gonna look at like more specific energy here in a second, but I do feel like maybe it feels like a lot of your choices are having to be dictated by more practical things right now, and that can kind of feel like you have like less emotional factors involved, because you're trying to make like the best choice, not necessarily the one you want to make, when it comes to this connection. Like, you don't want to hurt them, or they don't want to hurt you, and there's maybe other factors involved that you have to think about. But the thing is like, this person just feels very like take a soul connection, if that resonates, whatever label, divine counterpart, twin flame, if that feels correct to you. But this person just feels like family already, in some sense. Like, they are very close to your heart, but it's almost like, though, even despite that closeness, there's still a sense of keeping things very bottled up and very internalized, like a struggle to communicate things to them, to tell them all the things that you're feeling. But at the same time, there is like a very protected energy behind this connection, where it's just like, you do feel like, despite maybe any of the challenges you may feel towards this person, there is just this, like, you do feel like you're gonna come around, like you're always gonna, this person's gonna be there, like, even if maybe you might argue or have any kind of sticky situations with them or anything like that, you do feel like this person is someone who is there and you can count on, and you feel like you provide that for them. There is just this like protected energy at the center of your all's connection. So let's look at how this person, how Pile 1's person is feeling. Oh no, we're gonna do thoughts first. What's Pile 1's overall thoughts about you? So we have the moon coming out first. Overall thoughts. Pile 1 overall thoughts. The Wheel of Fortune. A lot of major arcana. And the Magician. Okay. Come through, major arcana. Back of deck, the Lovers. Overall thoughts. Pile 1's person. And we have compassion. Okay, so overall, when they think about you, there is some confusion. Okay, they're still not entirely sure how to work through what they think with the moon being here. Or perhaps when they start to think about things with you, they do kind of push it back down. But what overall, when they do have kind thoughts towards you, soft thoughts, and you are someone that they feel is supposed to be in their life. You're very, they feel very strongly connected to you, that you're someone who they're very drawn to, that they feel like, I don't want to say inescapable sounds negative, but like you're someone that even if they wanted to not be around you, that you would be in their life, that you're like a meant to be kind of person. But I feel like because the Magician is right there, right after the Wheel of Fortune, that if for some reason you didn't, like you left or you stopped talking to them, that they would actively pursue bringing you back into their life, that you're someone that they feel like is meant to be in their life, but also that they want you to be in their life. But they don't know what choice to make, because behind the Lovers is the Three of Swords. I think that there's a big fear in their minds of being hurt if they pursue anything past friendships. I think their thoughts really get in the way of moving past anything too serious, like anything too casual, anything that's a little bit too committed. It feels like anything that they think about too much. I think that's why the moon is here. If they think too much about the future or serious commitment, their fears start to come up. So what are their feelings? Pile 1 person's feelings. We have the King of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Seven of Cups. The back of the deck is the Nine of Cups. And then we have different pages. I don't like the description for that. It says you and this person don't share the same vision. I mean, technically, I feel like that's kind of a true description, but I don't feel like that is the truth of what this card means when it comes out all the time. What is this person feeling? I feel like this person is the type of person who really feels the need to be solid when they present their feelings. They need to know exactly what they feel before they say anything. But like, they don't know exactly what they feel right now. I think the different pages card is coming out because of how they feel internally, not because of them necessarily feeling different than you. I think that they're not entirely sure what you feel, and that's not necessarily because you haven't been clear. I think it's because of what we saw with this person's energy at the beginning. This person's never been someone who's looks it from what their energy presents, has experienced true love or true unfettered love, where it hasn't had strings attached or come with consequences of being hurt. And it's like they feel that that's not the case with you. They feel something true and sincere with you, but they don't know if they can really trust those feelings because that's never been the case in their life. And because of that insecurity, it's like they don't know if they can trust that that's not just a fantasy, not just something that they want so bad, that they've dreamed about having so bad, that they're trying to rush forward into something without really thinking it through. So I feel like they're truly holding themselves back from something that they really want, a wish that they've had for so long, to find something real in love and emotion that they just didn't think existed. But because of, I think your person has had a lot of hurt in their past, and because of that, there's so many blockages, which we're going to pull some of that in a minute, that they just don't know how to approach this, how to truly sort through their own thoughts around love and their own wounding around love, to even settle with what they really honestly feel. I feel like they can't even read their own book, let alone get on a page with you. It's like they don't know how to process their own feelings. So it's like, because they can't decide what they're feeling or what they're receiving from someone else, and whether they can trust what they're receiving. They can't even start to look at what they're feeling, but what they want to do is rush towards you, because what they feel from you is very sincere. Yeah, the Fool is under the Nine of Cups. They just want to jump into this, but there is fear holding them back, because under the Fool we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, the logic jumps right in there and stops them. So what are their intentions towards you, though? How are they planning to act, pile 1? We have the King of Cups. We have Death. And we have Discretion. That's judgment in this deck. And then we have the Eight of Wands on the back of the deck. Pile 1's person, their intentions towards pile 1. We have the Hyena. Okay, so I do feel like their intentions are not to stop their feelings towards you. They might not be expressing them anytime soon. The King of Cups is not really known for being overly vocal about their feelings. They do have them. They're very deep down. They're not super expressed. But they are maybe working on trying to make some changes in themselves so that they could potentially be offering you something more than what they can right now. Just with Judgment, they do know that they have to make some sort of change if they want to keep you in their lives. It's like with this hyena energy, it's like they know that they can't just... Hyenas are highly efficient predators, you know. They are very observant. They're watching, they're making notes. Like, well, hyenas don't make notes, but your person is paying attention to you more than I think you realize that they are. And they are trying to come up with a plan, like a game plan of how to move forward with you. Because I think your person really understands more about your emotions and your feelings than maybe you realize. Like, they might not understand fully like how you're feeling, but I think they understand maybe more of your frustration or more of your desires than perhaps they're letting on that they understand. And their intentions are to make good on these observations as best as they can, to try and make some changes so that they can offer you something more than what they're giving right now. So let's look at what kind of blocks they have in love. Okay. So we have Strength, but it was in reverse. And let's get one of these. And then we have Spontaneity. Okay. So your person doesn't feel very confident or strong when it comes to just doing something like off the cuff, when it comes to like expressing themselves in relationships or in their emotions. They just don't feel like they can just go do it. Like, they don't feel like, if they don't have a plan that they can follow, or like they haven't thought it out, or they haven't thought through all the potential consequences or all the ways that this could go, and really weighed the pros and cons of how a relationship could turn out, or who could get hurt, or who, like, how this could really impact their life. They might even have some like other people who could get hurt, like a child, or someone who's dependent on them. So they have other people to think about who rely on them, that maybe being in a relationship doesn't just affect them. So like, they can't just go for everything because they want it, you know. So it feels like your person has a real block in this sense of they just can't go for things with it. They are tied to this having to really think about things, like when it comes to relationships, before they can even make a step. They have to make a plan for how the next 10 steps after that step might go. And this really weighs them down. It takes all of the like passion out of the relationship, out of connections, and can almost make it feel like it's not like love or joy or passion anymore. I feel like, though, with you, that block is not stopping them from wanting to go for this, because it looks like their feelings for you are so rooted and deep, and they've felt such a connection. I almost feel like maybe you haven't given up on them, and because of that, they're like, well, this person is worth pushing past this. I want to make this work. But this is like something that makes it hard for them, because I feel like maybe this block comes off like they don't care, or that they don't want to try. But it's not that they're not trying. They're just a very internalized person. So let's get you an advice card, and then we're going to get into some messages. So what advice do you have for pile 1, please? Okay. We have, we have teamwork. It says, I am determined to be good, or be a good teammate in all of my relationships. If we disagree, I'll resist the urge to blame and look for a way to solve the problem together. When we're a team, everything's a game, and when we're on the same side, nobody loses. Even the Cubs, finally. And then you got this one. Vulnerability. I allow myself to talk about my feelings without fear of external judgment or internal drama. When I express my feelings, a couple of funny things happen. 1, I feel like a kindergartner. 2, everything gets lighter, easier, and filled with a comforting glow of honesty. Hey, no wonder kindergartners seem so fun and stress-free. Okay, so I feel like these are coming out for you because it's like, it's okay to trust it. I think it's okay for you to trust this person with more of your feelings than you're currently trusting your person with, okay? This person wants to work with you. I don't think that they would still be around in your life if they didn't. The energy that this person's giving off, they don't seem like the type of person who sticks around if they don't want to stick around. You know, like, it seems like if they get a sense that they want to be outie 5,000, they're outie 5,000, you know, like, and I think that one of your big lessons is learning how to be more open and more vulnerable. So it's okay to rely on them sometimes. So trust your person a little bit more, to be receptive to how you feel. You don't have to tell them everything by any means, but just don't prejudge how your person's going to be about you. Like, don't think, oh, they're not going to like that I feel this way, or they're not going to this or that. You know, allow your person to give them the fairness, you know, that you would want. Like, give them the chance to have their own reaction to your feelings, right? Okay. So let's get a song or songs. Pile 1. What are the song or songs that are important for you and your person? Okay, we have 3. They're all blue. Interesting. So we have, which way does the river flow? I think we're lost in the ocean. It's not something we can talk about, so I'll breathe in deeper. Something in me, something in you, by Gemini. More ocean imagery. That song is all about being overwhelmed with feelings. Not being able to express yourself. I don't want to waste another moment with us apart. Baby, this should be simple. Loving me is not that hard. You're always on my agenda. You've been on it from the start. But when you act like it's nothing, it's a middle finger to my heart. Middle Finger by Phoebe Ryan. That song, I feel like these particular lyrics from the song are coming out because it's like a little bit about like feeling like you don't understand that the other person is not getting that, like, you've always cared, like you've always mattered. And I feel like maybe that's actually your person saying to you, like, you've been on my radar, my list of priorities from the start. How do you not see that? Because I feel like actually you might not be realizing how important you are to your person, because maybe they don't show their love language is not the same as yours. I feel like that's one of the big things that is coming through energetically for pile 1. Okay. Would you stop wasting time? You don't need to say you're sorry as long as we make it right. Come and waste some of mine. You're the kind I shouldn't wanna, but baby, that's my type. A Little Closer by Laura Moreno. Yeah, so I feel like this is like a little bit of like the energy of just being like, maybe sometimes some of the issue that's coming through here is like, maybe sometimes instead of like talking when you should talk, you're like, oh, we don't need to talk, let's just kiss it out. All right, let's get some messages. If your person could say anything to you, pile one, what would they want you to know? You are my everything, number 10. I think that's true. I think they feel very strongly for you, pile one. Okay, 7, do you even see me that way? Yeah, there's some confusion here on their part, for some of them for sure, not being able to figure out exactly how you feel. They're not exactly the most emotionally in tune. 1, reach out. Ace of Wands. They do want you to communicate more with them. That doesn't mean you're not in contact. Some of you may be, but I think most of you all are in contact with your person. But don't be afraid to express more of your feelings with them as you feel comfortable. You already know. 2, I need more balance. They're trying to figure out how they feel. That has come through a lot with your person. The person can say anything. You are my soulmate. Whoop. It's always been you. I don't want to get hurt. Well, I don't want anyone to get hurt, but I feel like mostly they're afraid of getting hurt. I know that, you know, I'm hiding deep feelings for you, and now I feel stuck. Can you handle all of my scars? I am drawn to your deep intelligence and wisdom. I find you in music. I cannot handle any more heartbreak. Yeah, that is one of your person's biggest fears coming through, being hurt in love again. I have been watching you from a distance. I don't feel like your person and you're separated, but I do feel like your person pays a lot of attention to you, and you do not realize how much attention they pay. I am taking my time. We have all the time in the world. Your person is moving at a much slower, much more cautious pace than you. They are not nearly as much of a rush, because I don't feel like your person ever plans to move. I think you are the final relationship your person plans on having, and I think you have a fear that that's not how they feel. But your person doesn't have a fear that that's not how you feel in some senses. Like, I think that they don't know how you feel, but they feel how you feel, if that makes sense. No one lights me up and inspires me like you do. Get a few more messages. You set me on fire. I am talking to you through music. That came out twice for you. I feel like music is probably very important to your all's connection. Oh, okay. Aquarius or Aquarius-like tendencies. I'm no good for anyone right now. Can we start over? I do not want this to end. The letter Y. We got one more. Oh, of course it wanted to go on the floor. Okay, let me see if I can grab it without knocking everything over. Yep. Let's see. And the letter S. Okay, that's what I have for you, pile one. I hope you found this helpful. If it didn't resonate with you, you can always pick another pile, another reading, or another lovely reader on here on YouTube. I would love it if you're new here, you want to subscribe. I'm going to try and do better about uploading, or you can find me over on Instagram, where I put up readings at least more consistently than I do here on YouTube. Sending you all of my light and love on your journey. I hope you have a blessed morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Goodbye. Hello, everyone who chose pile number 2, or Kamala. This is going to be your reading. So we're going to do a pile for you, a pile for your person, and a pile for how Spirit's trying to bring you together. I'm going to shuffle them all, and then I'm going to have to do them individually on screen because my camera cannot, well, my tripod sucks and it won't go high enough to do my whole table, so I kind of can only get one of them on screen at a time. Then we're going to look at specifically how your person is feeling, their blocks, get an advice card for you, and then some messages. So let's go ahead and get into that. So how is pile number 2 feeling? And pile number 2's person, how are they feeling? And Spirit, are they trying to bring them together? It's pile number 2 feeling. Number 2. Pile number 2's person, how are they feeling? And Spirit trying to bring them together, please. Is pile number 2 feeling? Pile number 2's person. Number 2's person, please. How are they feeling? Person feeling, and how is Spirit trying to bring them together? Is pile number 2 feeling? How is pile number 2 feeling? How is pile number 2's person feeling? And how is Spirit trying to bring them together? How is pile number 2 feeling? Pile number 2's person, how are they feeling? This person feeling. Take on those. And how is Spirit trying to bring you together? How is pile number 2 feeling? How is pile number 2's person feeling? And how is Spirit trying to bring you together? Thank you. Get these off to the side. Okay, we are going to look at you first, then your person, and then Spirit together. So we have this first. We have life is a series of constantly shifting cycles. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow. You will be surprised where it leads you. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. agape. And from the feminine, we have Artemis, individuation. Up here. And then we have 2 from your masculine side coming out. Apuk, fear. And Vame, beauty. Okay. I think I have most of that on the screen for you as best as I can. There we go. Okay. Okay, pile 2. How are we feeling here? Turn that where you can see word. Okay. So, I think that there is a bit of a fear of expressing yourself here. A little bit of fear that you're not enough for your person, like that if you were to tell your person that you wanted to be with them, that they would not reciprocate that, or that if you were to let your person see everything about yourself, that they would not feel, that they would not want you, you know, like that there's maybe also that there's recently been kind of a transition or a change in your life that's been challenging for you, and that because of that, like you don't see yourself as beautiful or as worthy of receiving love, and that you're really needing a lot of support right now, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. We all need a support system in life, and it's just like, even like Kamala, like She Who Emerges, I feel like either you've gone through like a pretty significant like physical transformation, maybe you've lost weight or gained weight, or like you've had some kind of, like you've had a child, or there's just been some kind of change, and maybe it's not physical, it doesn't have to be, this is general, but I feel like most people who are drawn to this pile, there's been like a big change in your life that's really shaken up the way you view yourself, and it makes you, there is like some serious just feeling like maybe you just aren't lovable, and that your person, if they really saw all the pieces of you, would not be willing to walk down the path with you. Like they just wouldn't accept some part of you. And it's kind of like almost a little bit of I don't want to say a defeated energy, because like it's like you feel like maybe you're wrong, like you don't want to give in to that feeling, but it's almost like your energy is like pulled. It's like half and half. Like sometimes you feel like you're gonna overcome this feeling, and sometimes you don't. You're like, well, I just don't even want to try. It's like you want things to work with your person so bad that you fight for this, but it's like it's almost like you need a better reason to fight, because it's like sometimes your person's not enough of a reason, because we kind of need to fight for ourselves, right? Because I mean, not to say that another person isn't a good reason to want to try, but like we need to try for ourselves first, and our partner's secondary motivation, right? The other person. But like there is just like this feeling like real concern that like your person isn't going to accept you, or isn't going to accept an offer from you, or if everything was laid out on the table, that the truth would be hurtful in some way. If you're not resonating with that, I would pick a different pile, because that's pretty clear. It's coming through pretty strong that my heart hurts right now. Like there's a pain in my chest when I look at this energy. And if my pile twos my heart really goes out to you, because I've felt this energy for myself at times in my life. And you can get through this if this is where you're at, you know, like I really want you to focus on this. Have faith in yourself, and like let your friends support you right now, because you will get through whatever fears and doubts you have, because you are a beautiful person. So let's look at where your person is. And I feel like your energy is trying very hard to go towards the positive side. So your person has sacred union, honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. Trust, this situation is calling for you to trust. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. The box. The riddle. From the feminine, we have Freya, irresistibility, and Persephone, cycles. And on the masculine, we have Eros, love. Your person's energy towards this connection is so beautiful. They really find this connection to be something special and very emotionally fulfilling. It's not about it's much deeper than a lot of other connections in their life. I feel like it's based around love and connection, and wanting to build a communication, a clear communication, and trust. I will point out that if you feel like they don't find you attractive in some way, there is this irresistibility coming out here. There is a magnetism that exists in your connection. They do find you very beautiful, but I feel like there's a problem here that they don't know how to approach this connection. With the box and the riddle, these are both about energies about not knowing how to solve something. And with communication is key, I feel like maybe they're feeling at a loss of how to approach things. Maybe they're sensing your hesitancy on your side, or your fear, your insecurity. I don't know if you're quite insecure, but maybe your doubts or your hesitancy might be the right word to approach discussing certain things with them. But it's like they're trying to figure out how to solve something here. So I feel like maybe their energy is not being able to focus on, and even the cycles energy. It's like, I need to figure out how to fix something. So maybe this is an energy that you all go through together, where you're like, no, we can work through this. I want to be positive. I know that they care. I'm going to talk to them about it. And then you cycle back to being like, no, I don't want to put this out on the table. I'm afraid they'll reject me. So maybe you all get close to getting into union, and then you pull back, or something like that. And you can flip this energy if you're resonating more with this pile and you feel like your person is maybe the other one. But there is like this energy of just feeling like they can't figure out how to solve this. So it's like they can't focus on how much they feel this deep emotion and this deep passion for you, because they're trying so hard to figure out how to just talk to you about stuff. It's like there is this beautiful, like, just wanting to explore and grow things, but like wanting to maybe come into this like sacred union with you, but like not knowing how that's going to be possible, because there is a feeling of like, does this person trust me? Because I feel like that card is coming out because it says this situation is calling for you to trust. And I feel like your person is like, I need trust. I need you to trust me. And it feels like that's lacking here. So let's look at what Spirit is trying to lead you all to together. Okay. So we have emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of your resentment. Forgiveness. Stop focusing on your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think and dream and imagine. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. Kairos. From the feminine, the muses, inspiration. And from the masculine, Jade, Emperor, organization. Whew, okay, so I feel like Spirit is really trying to teach you all both. It's like Spirit's, you're both learning something a little different here, but you need each other to learn it. So for you, Pile 2, it's like you need to learn how to believe that you're lovable, to put real faith in yourself, and also to not let events of like the past, how you felt about your past, felt about yourself and how people have treated you in the past, carry forward into future events. And also to give yourself forgiveness and compassion. And to be able to look at yourself in a more truthful way. Because what that means sometimes is that, like, sometimes we give ourselves a much more negative lens. It's a untruthful in a harsher way than, you know, some people are not truthful, and like we make ourselves more, we lie to ourselves in a more positive way, you know, like, you know, we make things seem better than they are, you know, or like less harsh. But sometimes we lie to ourselves in a much more harsh way, you know, and it seems like that's something that was coming through in that energy, where we're treating yourselves much more negatively than is necessary, right? Whereas your person, it's like your person is needing to learn how to hold space for somebody and allow you, you know, to do your healing and be supportive and you know, help inspire and support and be there, but also understand that you cannot take over somebody's journey for them. You can't heal somebody else. You know, you can't do somebody else's work. You can't make somebody else see you know, you can't present someone else a truth through your lens, right? So it feels like maybe your person is somebody who's like, I don't understand why you can't see how perfect you are. You can't see things my way. Like, I think you're beautiful. Why don't you think you're beautiful? And that's not a negative, fully negative thing, but also at the same time, we're as partners responsible for our half of the relationship, our half of the journey. So we can't force somebody to take on, you know, more than that, right? So let's look at what's going on overall in your all's relationship. We have number 11. Number 16, trust in divine detours. and the Queen of Cups, intuition. Okay, so let's see here. It's like you all both have such strong feelings for each other. There's a lot of love and care that goes into this connection, into wanting to be there for each other. But at the same time, it's like you all don't it's not that you don't understand, but it's like sometimes there are times when you all are pulled apart, and these are times that you all are actually needing to be apart so that you can grow. And it's like knowing that maybe like that time where like your partner has to be away for 2 weeks for work or to take care of family, or something like that, is actually very good for both of you all. Like, or like where you can't talk as much or something like that. That's actually very helpful for your all's overall journey, to allow yourself to have the space for you all to both work on your own feelings, your own growth, to know that like when things aren't going exactly as you think they should, or are going exactly as like the plan in your head, that doesn't actually, like, that detour is actually part of the plan that the universe has for your connection. And like it's actually really good for you to like lean into these moments and like learn how to like like build off of these like little detours, and kind of improvise and create more time for like growth in yourself, in your internal journeys. Because I feel like one of the things that's coming through in this connection, which is a little different than what I was kind of expecting when I looked at your energy at first, but it's been developing, is that there is a kind of, it's like a codependency, but a refusal to trust each other with your emotions. And it's like Spirit is kind of trying to show you all how to, like, it's trying to bring you together and separate you at the same time. And it's a weird energy, because it's not like you're not fully codependent, but it's almost like you all have a, like, if this is resonating, I encourage you to look up attachment styles, and see if you have an anxious or a avoidant attachment style. And if you do, to look at methods to help develop those. So, yes, because I feel like that might be helpful. Okay. So, how is your person thinking about you? Four of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Hanged Man. Back of deck is Justice. And we have Justice again. Okay. So, okay, sorry, where was I? My camera just decided to stop recording. Okay, so how is your person thinking about you, pile 2? I feel like they're really kind of holding back, thinking about their, thinking about this connection, and how to move things forward with you, because I feel like they know that things have to change in a dramatic way, but they don't know how to make any of those changes, at least not in a way that feels fair to you or to them. So because of that, they just kind of resist thinking about making any changes to this connection. Like, they want to be fair. They want this connection to feel fair to you and to them. But like, I feel like they're almost in this energy of it, like, well, it's not really broke, so let's not fix it. Because they feel like maybe if they try to start like making changes, that like whatever changes might actually make things worse. So it's like, it's almost like they kind of hit a roadblock in their brain when they start thinking about things. So they just kind of don't. It's not really bad. Like, it's not like a bad intention by any mean. Like, or like that their thoughts are not like bad thoughts. It's just kind of like they just prefer to stick to like the status quo of how they've always thought about things. So how do they feel about you, pile 2? We have the 9 of Pentacles, the World, and Temperance. The back of the deck is the 4 of Swords. They feel about you, pile 2. Okay. Different pages. That came out for pile 1 too. And I feel like it meant something different there. For sure. It means something different here than it did for pile 1. But so your person, honestly, they feel like you are so worthy and so beautiful. The 9 of Pentacles it's like pre-Empress energy. They really feel like you are so much more of a catch than you think you are. You're someone who they feel like with the world is just could be like such a completing, perfect match for them. You could have such a beautiful connection, relationship. Like, I feel like they do feel that strongly that you all could have a good partnership, that with, especially with Temperance here, that you all could have a very harmonized connection. But it's like they also feel like at the same time that you all don't think the same way about things. So it's like at the same time, it's like they almost feel like you all need to, they do feel that like things are not where they need to be for this to happen. So it's like they're kind of, yeah, it's like they're taking their time with their feelings to try and like, it's almost like, it's not like their feelings aren't there. They're just taking like, they're kind of like leaving their feelings like on low heat on the stove. You know, it's like they do have really high, like a really high opinion of you. They really value you. Obviously, in the first set of their overall energy, they find you irresistible. They want that sacred union with you. They feel strongly about that. But at the same time, there was that puzzle energy. And then when you look at their thoughts, they don't know how to figure that out. They feel stuck. They feel like if they start working on that puzzle too hard, they might break what's already here in place. So they're kind of, because they feel like their thoughts are at a standstill. And I feel like they honestly might misinterpret your hesitation as not actually returning similar feelings to them. And that might be what this different pages is here for you all in this pile. So it's almost like I would rather just stay where we're at. I'm comfortable where we're at. It might not be exactly what I want. I feel like we could have so much more. We could bring it to so much more if we tempered it, if we brought this into, if we put it through the fire, you know, we could bring it into so much more than what we have. But I already value what I have. I already like what I have. it's maybe not exactly what I want, but I like it, so let's just leave it. You know, like they're maybe not content, like in the sense of like fulfilled, but they're okay where you guys are if this is all you all can have. So let's see what their intentions are towards you, pile 2. King of Swords, Ace of Swords, and the 8 of Wands. Back of the deck is the 10 of Wands, and the Earthworm. Okay, so what are their intentions? Well, they may not be willing to express many of their emotional feelings with you, like their deep down feelings. They may be trying to keep this more in a safe, logical discussion with you. They intend to be as honest with you as possible, and they intend to keep moving towards you, forward with you. The Earthworm is quite a stable energy. It's a grounded energy, so there is this strong desire to continue to be a part of your life, to want to be around, to want to be honest, to want to move forward with you. Although I feel like as long as you continue to have that emotional block towards them, like that fear of being vulnerable towards them, there will continue to be like this King of Swords energy where there might not be much emotional return towards you, despite the fact that it is very present in their energy up in that front part, that there is a desire for that to be a part of your relationship. So let's get let's look at what their block is in love. What is their biggest fear or block in love? We have the Fool. And also the 8 of Cups. What is their biggest block or fear in love? Protection. Okay. So they're really afraid of taking risks in love because they don't want someone to walk away from them that they've invested their heart, and they're very protective of their heart, of their giving their love out, giving their vulnerability away to somebody, kind of in the same way that I think you are showing up, but a little bit different. It's like they're willing to be somewhat open, but only to an extent. Once it becomes real, once they're deeply emotionally connected or invested in someone, they are like, well, you know what, we're gonna stop right here. I'm still gonna be around, I still want to be here, but now it feels a little real, so I'm gonna put a wall up right about here, and this is where we stop. I'm not gonna jump any further than this until I know that some of my feelings are returned, or until I can figure out exactly how you're feeling. Are we on, you know, the same page here? Because I don't want to take a risk that I'm going to have to walk away from something I love, you know, like I don't want to do that. So let's get you an advice card, and then we'll look at some messages. Oh, to the ground we go. Okay. So we have solidarity. I respect the power of solidarity, and I look for opportunities to unleash it when a loved one has to do something tough. I'll heed their often silent, but sometimes loud and whiny call, and participate in the in the toughness with them. Everything is easier when a partner, cohort, / sidekick joins you. The only thing that's not easier is feeling resentment, which I suppose is the overall point. So I feel like this card's coming out for you, pile 2, because it's kind of driving home the point that, like, it's really important for you to understand that this person's in your life because they're wanting to be a partner for you. They're wanting to be someone you can trust and rely on, not someone to be afraid of being rejected by. That they're here because they want to support you. They wouldn't be here if they didn't want to be here, you know, like, and that message actually came out in a different way for pile 1 too. And I think a lot of people have this fear that people are just around to just be around, and that's very rarely the case. You know, people have a finite amount of time and energy to invest. People are not investing into people they don't want to be a part of, and you can usually tell. You know that when someone doesn't want to be in your life, when they're just showing up for a booty call, for things like that, you're gonna know. So just remember that, like, this person is here because they want to be here to support you. So let's get some messages from this person for you. Okay. So we're going to get songs first. What songs do we have? Song or songs for pile 2 that might be important. Pile 2. Okay. So we have, she say that I'm cool. So, down straight. I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's true. I believe in G-O-D. Don't believe in T-H-O-T. She keep playing me dumb. I'ma play her for fun. Y'all don't really know me mental. Let me give you that picture like stencil. Astronaut in the ocean, our last night. I want to get one more for you because I don't feel like this is the only one that needs to come out. Okay. So then we have, because this one I feel like is your fear. I feel like you're afraid that your person is not being fully, like, honest, that they're, like, playing you, right? And then we have, in my darkness, you turned on a light. I hate the way you bring me back to life, because I am haunted. I cannot tell a lie. I like you better when I am dead inside. Guns N' Roses by Bones. I had a dream that you were mine. I've had that dream 1,000 times. 1,000 times, 1,000 times. I've had that dream 1,000 times. It's 1,000 times by Hamilton Leister. And then, oh, Lord have mercy. I'm begging you, please. I'm feeling drained. I need love. You charge me up like electricity. Like electricity. Jumpstart my heart with your love. Powerful by Major Lazer. And then last but not least is, you keep me connected to you like I was your shadow. You're giving me answers to all of my questions here on my pillow. Oh, can't nothing get in between us, baby? We've been waiting on this moment for so long. You want to be reckless, restless, right until tomorrow. Wait. Lips on You by Maroon 5. Okay, so, like, I feel like these first two are kind of like a little bit of fear and insecurity coming through, right? They're both about, like, you know, this first one's a little bit about fear, right? Feeling like maybe this is not exactly what you're thinking it is, that someone couldn't possibly care. And this one is about, not, well, I'm sorry, I lost my brain for a second there. It's about how, like, someone, wakes you up and they connect with you and they make you feel something, but then they leave you, right? So it's like feeling afraid of like that loss, which I think is your person's shadow fears coming through, right? And then this one, 1,000 times, is about like wanting, wishing so much for something to work out, but being kind of afraid that it's not going to happen. But then these two are about actually kind of getting the connection, at least the snippet from Lips on You that I have on this card are about actually kind of having and getting the connection that you want. So I feel like there's a lot coming through in these songs. I would recommend looking them up if any of them jump out at you. But let's get some actual messages. Okay. So pile 2, if your person could say anything to you, what would they say? This person. I think we should see other people. I don't think that's for everybody. That's just for some people. And again, there is a lot of insecurity in this pile that has come through consistently. I think we should see other people. Doesn't always mean I want to see other people. It means, do you want to see other people? Maybe we should. Maybe you don't actually want me. I never imagined so much perfection. Gossip only hurts more. There could be some interference for some people. I am obsessed with your body for the people who are still wondering, the ones who are coming through with those insecurities. At the beginning, you matter, and I feel the same way. I didn't realize I loved you until it was too late. I miss you regardless of how things look on the outside. I dream of being reckless. I worry this is all in my head. You're not my usual type, but I like it a lot. You are my secret passion. Thank you for your beautiful light and energy in my life. I feel so much beauty and harmony, sweetness, and shelter between us. I worship your perfection. You feel like a warm home to me. Your words have power over me. This isn't over. Your words have power. What you say to me matters, okay? I want to reconnect. I want to make a move. So some of you all might be in disconnect. I feel stuck. And last two. There is no one else but you. So even if that we want to see, I think we should see other people came out. That doesn't mean they're seeing other people, right? That's insecurity. I like you just the way you are. A couple more popped out here. I'm sorry I'm taking so long, and tell me I'm yours. So I hope this helped. Just remember, if it doesn't resonate, you can always pick another pile. Some very specific messages came through for pile 2. So if you don't feel like it was your reading, don't take anything that doesn't feel like it was yours. You can pick a different pile, a different reading, or a different reader here on YouTube. There are lots of talented ones. I'm sending you all of my light and love. I hope you have a blessed morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Feel free to follow me on here. I'll try and get more readings up more regularly, or over on Instagram, where I am at least somewhat more consistent than on here. Bye. Hello everyone who chose pile 3, the Apophyllite or Manara. This is going to be your reading. So unfortunately my tripod is totally trying to die, so I can't get it up high enough to get my whole table on the board. It's even like sinking down right now, but so I'm going to shuffle, and then we'll just do one pile at a time, or like one part of the reading at a time, but I'll shuffle everything first. So we're going to do a pile for you, your person, how spirit wants to bring you together, like as a, you know, a journey. Then we're going to do a couple cards for where you're at right now, how your person's thinking, feeling, and their intentions, their blocks and love, an advice card, and then we'll get some songs and messages for you. So let's get into it. Pile 3. Pile 3. Pile 3. How are you feeling in this connection with your person? How's your person feeling? And how does spirit want you all to come together? Okay. How are you? Well, that is a lot. How are you feeling, pile 3? How's your person feeling? And how does spirit want to bring you together? How are you feeling, pile 3? How is your person feeling, pile 3? This person. And how does spirit want to bring you together? How are you feeling, pile 3? How is your person feeling, pile 3? And how does spirit want to bring you together? How are you feeling, pile 3? Oh, come on. Well, there's one of them, but I think there was a second one. Hold that thought. Was there? I can't tell. I'm doing like ninja flips over my tarot table. I can't see if there was a second one. Oh, there was. Here it is. Okay. Okay, whew. I have managed to throw a card on the ground for every reading. How's your person feeling? 3. And how's spirit trying to bring you together? Oh, nope. Shuffling's getting a little erratic. You're feeling pile 3. Ooh, you all have a lot of energy piles. I normally feel really kind of sluggish by the third pile. Like my shuffling like gets a little slower, but I'm feeling like jittery. Okay, that is unusual for me. That's why I'm pointing it out. Okay, so let's look at your energy first. Okay, so for you, we have forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo. The Father. For your feminine energy, we have Aphrodite, self-love, and Oya, power. And for your masculine side, we have Ra, power. Interesting. You have some similar energies to pile 1. Different, but similar. So if you felt any twinge to look at pile 1, you may have some messages, but we'll see how the rest of this reading goes, because sometimes it seems similar and then it's totally not. So let's see here. Pile 1, you are definitely trying very hard to recapture your own sense of self. Like, power twice on the feminine and the masculine side, and self-love. So and with the Father energy here, it's like you are trying very hard to just kind of be like, and then also confidence is key, and stay optimistic. Like, you are really trying to like rein it all in and be like, look, I'm gonna focus on me. I'm gonna do me. Like, I am just gonna be over here kind of staying in my lane. Like, I really want this relationship or like this to work out with us, but at the same time, like, look, I can't focus on anybody else anymore. I'm gonna just like do my thing, and if you want to come do your thing with me, then I guess do that. But it's almost like you've just pulled your energy back because like you feel like that's the best thing you can do now to move things forward, because it's almost like something in you has like been like, I feel it's almost like, I don't know why I said confidence is key, because this says don't let pride get in your way. That's weird. Okay. So maybe it's a slightly different energy, but like, I do feel like that message still was supposed to be there, because I do feel like you are trying to be more strong in yourself, but at the same time, like, I do feel like perhaps maybe there was some kind of like tension or argument in between you and your person, not quite like a full-on argument, but maybe there was just a moment where like you felt like codependency was happening or something of that nature, but like you felt like, okay, I just need to step back into myself. I've said my piece to my person, or like, I can't do anything else to make things progress with my person besides just refocus my energy on myself. My person knows I care about them. They know I want this. And then if I just focus on making my life happy and making myself feel good and fulfilled, that's going to be the best thing I can do to make this relationship move forward. And I feel like that's kind of what you're doing. Like, you feel positive about things moving forward for you and your person, and that's kind of it. That's where you're at, and you're like, that's all I can do anymore. I don't want to try and force things. I want this with them, but also I don't want to be prideful about trying to make this be something it's just not going to be right now. That's kind of where your energy is, I feel like. Okay, so let's look at your person. Your person's energy next. Okay, this one was your person. Okay, so your person, someone has secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Be bold and make the first move. The box. On the feminine side, we have Baba Yaga, authenticity. And on the masculine side, we have Typhon, anger and rage. Okay, so your person, you might be similar to Power 1, but your person, not at all. Okay, so I feel like your person is really holding back how they feel. You and your person have really kind of different ways of doing things. I feel like you're much more down the spiritual path than your person. You're much more open to either, spirituality, to different religions, to different cultures. Just there's something kind of different between the way you view the world and the way your person views the world. And I think your person wants to be a little bit more like you. And I'm not saying that your person's not open. I just feel like your person has been held back a lot longer than you. And I think your person is trying to get outside of that part of themselves. Like the boxes, like this is kind of where your person is. They're kind of in like this box energy. And I think it's not just about like worldviews. I think it's also partly about how they view relationships and connections. Your person might have a much different outlook on how they view being in a relationship or being in a partnership than you, because I think that like their feelings are much stronger for you than you realize. But they may have had a different way of looking at relationships than you up until this point. And I feel like that might be shifting for them. And they're having a much harder time being authentic. And this shift is causing some difficulty, some conflict within specifically their masculine side, but just within themselves, within the way that they look at their world and their security. Because it's almost like your person, maybe your person didn't think a relationship was something that was in their like plan for life, and now they've met you and it is, and they're kind of like, well, I don't know how to factor this in anymore. I don't know, does this even line up? Or maybe your person was someone who was thought polyamory was for them, and now they don't feel that way anymore. Now they feel like monogamy is something they want, and they don't know how to align that. There's a lot of examples of how this might fit, because this is a general reading, but this is something where your person is kind of really having to shift how they've been viewing relationships and their life, because I don't necessarily feel that this is a religious thing, but this is a big shift of how they've always viewed relationships and factors towards relationships. They always viewed it one way, and now they've met you and something is changing because of how they feel about you. And that's hard. It's making a very challenging dynamic in them. It's making them question whether they're the same person. It's making them a little bit angry, not at you in general. They want to come towards you. They want to tell you these things, but I don't know that they know how to do that just yet. So now, where is Spirit trying to lead you all together? So we have this. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with your loved ones. Twin flames, your passions unite. or your passion ignites. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. We have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. We have the one. On the feminine side, we have Isis, protection. And on the masculine side, we have Thoth, wisdom. Okay. Interesting. So, for those of you who ascribe to the label and feel this could be confirmation that this is a twin flame connection or a soul connection of some kind. When this particular card comes out, when you pass from this world, you leave nothing behind but your soul and the memories you've shared with your loved ones. I feel like this is a call. This Spirit is trying to encourage you all to focus more on being in the present in this relationship, to not focus so much on your past, on how things were in the past, or how things are going to be in the future. To enjoy the journey, to understand that you all already have a lot of the like knowledge, the wisdom to be to kind of know what is good for you, where things are going, you know, like whether or not this is a divine you like whether you all are destined to be married, or they're the one, or this is this deep connection. You don't have to know all that. You're kind of already protected by the universe, and like if you just focus on giving to your partner and healing yourself and being present in a loving relationship with this person, those things will fall into place for you. You know, like these things are already going to come about naturally for you. You don't have to focus on trying to figure those things out. Those things are already going to figure themselves out when you live in the present in these relationships, right? And I think that's what Spirit is trying to show you in this connection, is like you might already feel those things, but if you feel them, then you feel them, and you don't need to force them, right? And I think that that's the message that's trying to come through in this relationship for you all. So let's look at what's going on. What's the most important thing going on in your all's connection right now? Pile 3. Okay. We have number 1. We have number 67, Wolf Spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. And we have number 6, the Lover's Ultimatum. Okay. I feel like this is kind of a repeat of what was coming through and where Spirit's leading you all together. You don't have to force this to move along faster right now. I feel like both of you all are like, maybe not both, maybe just one of you, but like in general, there's this energy in your connection right now. Where is this going? We need to figure this out. Like, what is this? Like, what are we? Like, what is this connection? Like, but like with this turn knowledge into wisdom, this is kind of similar to the Thoth energy. It's like, you don't have to know that necessarily. What do you feel? What does this connection make you feel? And I mean, for some, maybe this is really important. Maybe you do need to know. And if that's the case, then maybe this isn't that soul. Maybe this isn't the person that you need to be with. Because if it is causing you distress and this person is in a place where they can't answer you, they can't tell you the important answers to your connection, like if they are placing like this barrier between you and these answers, they're in, kind of denial of what this connection is, of where you're going, they're making you feel ignored or hurt. This is causing you real pain and you can't be at peace with where they're at, or they can't be at peace with where you're at, then maybe this is where this connection needs space. You need to separate and maybe come back together at a later time. This isn't a time for you all to be in a connection. Or this is time for you to say, am I content with the fact that I can live in the present with where we're at right now and know that this person brings me happiness and I'm okay with where we are, this is what Spirit is asking you to look at yourself and look at this connection and ask yourself this question. So let's look at specifically pile 3, what your person is thinking about you right now. We have the 9 of Swords. Pile 3, person thinking. The 8 of Cups. And the Empress. And actually I have one more pop out. And the Queen of Cups. And they unframe. Okay. Back of deck is the Queen of Wands. What is your person thinking about you right now? We have innocence. Okay. So I feel like your person is really worried that you are going to walk away. That you might not be okay with the fact that if they're this person, that they don't have answers for you right now, about what they're feeling or where they see things going, because I don't think that they know those answers for you yet. Not because they don't have feelings, but because they're not able to articulate. Maybe they can't sort it's not particularly clear with their energy. Like there is a lot of shifting energy going on in theirs, with that rage and authenticity kind of being at war. But it's like there is this like energy of just feeling like there's concern that you might not wait for them to figure that out. And they think of you so highly. With the Empress and the Queen of Cups, that is like one of the highest praises that can come out. Like you are up there. You are like queen material, wifey, bae, whatever. That's up there material. You are emotionally available. You're open. You're loving. You are mother. Empress is all the queens in one, but especially emotionally available. And like with the innocence being here, their thoughts are very sincere and pure when they think of you. And there's just this sleepless nights trying to figure out like if this is something that they're taking too long to figure out right now, if this is something that they can't figure out fast enough or in the right way. So how do they feel? Pile 3. Justice. The Lovers. And the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of major arcana there. Back of deck is the Moon. Protected. You are safe and divinely guided. Okay, so how are they feeling? Well, they feel that this is something that is like a really balanced, fair connection. They feel like you're fair to them, that you treat them very well. That this is a connection that was fated, that it is a protected connection. They feel like you all belong together. That this connection makes sense, that it's something that they want. But it's at the same time, they don't know how to sort their feelings. They don't know how to express those feelings. They are deep down, because I think underneath the moon is the devil. They've had some toxic things in their past that either they need to let go of, or work through, because they don't want to repeat that. I do think that especially with Justice being the first card out, they want to do right by you with their feelings. They want to present you with something fair, and honest. They want to give you, look at this little heart on a balloon heart. I'm gonna look at that closer. They want to give you something that is real, and that they know that when they give you this offer, they don't want to have to take it back. They don't want it to be something that is like, well, maybe. They want to know that they're giving you something that they don't ever have to walk their words back. And I think that they really feel that they have time, because they feel like fate brought you all together. And that's something they feel strongly, because, I mean, especially with the twin flame card coming out earlier, I think that that's something that even if they don't recognize that as a concept, they feel it strongly. So what are their intentions towards you, pile 3? We have strength. Nope. We have the Magician. We have the 3 of Cups. The back of the deck is the King of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups also split from the deck there. What are their intentions towards you? Pile 3. We have the Octopus. Okay. So their intentions, they do intend to continue to be a strong presence in your life, to be around, to keep trying to be supportive in the ways that they can. They do want to keep manifesting being a part of your life, trying to make things work, trying to figure things out the best way they can. They want to be close to you at the very, very least as a friend. They do want to keep growing your emotional connection, getting to know each other. This octopus is like someone who's trying to grow emotional intelligence, who is trying to put their feelers out, trying their best to become more aligned with their feelings. So it's like they do want to do their best to continue to make this go in the right, quote unquote, right, direction. There is a desire to keep investing in what you all have currently and help it grow. And to continue to work on themselves. With the King of Pentacles on the back there, they do want to build themselves up to be stable and solid for you and for themselves, I think. So what are their blocks in love? What is their biggest block or fear, insecurity when it comes to love and relationships, please, for pile 3's person? Their biggest block. So we have the 9 of Cups and the 7 of Wands. It always hurts my heart when a positive card comes out for someone's block and love. What is their biggest block or fear in love? Wisdom. Okay. Oh, so it's your person feels like they're not going to realize that when they actually have what they want, when something, it's like, okay, so like, it's like, they feel like when they see things, like when they see something and it feels like it's too good to be true, they're gonna like be on the offense about it. They're gonna be concerned, because of, everyone hears it, right? It's too good to be true. Too good to be true. Don't trust it. It's too good to be true. And they're not going to have the wisdom to know when something really is truly good. And they're going to push something away that is good for them. And where they're going to hedge and wait so long to make a choice that they end up not accepting something that really was good, and they're like, how many times have I already done this? Am I doing it? Like, it's like a fear that like they are just not ever going to accept the right thing in, or they're going to let the wrong thing in because they're afraid of doing this, it's almost like maybe your person has formed a poor love map, or like a poor decision of how to do relationships because of this fear. Like, I'm trying to think of like an example. The one that's coming to my mind is like your person's choosing to be polyamorous because they're afraid of connecting to one person, because that's like what if they pick the wrong one person to let close, but if they let everyone close, then they always have someone to fall back on, because if they mess up once, they have backup options. That might not be your situation, but like, that's an example. So it's like, oh my gosh, that just breaks all of the shadow things break my heart when it comes to love. It just feels like, and some people will have it to a higher or lesser degree, but it does seem like your person is really trying to transform their blocks in love, though. So let's get you some advice, pile 3. We have cleansing. Feeling bogged down by the weight of 1,000 thoughts, feelings, boxes of mystery objects lurking in your closets? Consider this a prescription to clean house, mentally, physically, literally, figuratively, and anything else that applies adverbally. It's hard to make room for new connections and experiences when every bit of your emotional space is cluttered with psychic bric-a-brac. So enjoy a major guilt-free flush out. And not to worry, you can always find new psychic bric-a-brac in the metaphorical clutter section of Craigslist. Okay, this is great advice. Like, this is always great advice. Take some time to really go through and like let go of things. Sometimes cleaning your physical space helps you clean your mental space. And like when you are holding on to stuff, it doesn't allow space for your partner either to come in. So if you can, like, do what you need to kind of let yourself let go of things. This is always going to help. Okay, so let's get some songs for you, and then we'll get some messages. What song or songs are important for pile 3 and their person? So we have, you are my crutch, my poison, the sickness that I've chosen, the high that keeps me rolling to a better place. So baby, what's next? Maybe I was wrong. I've been feeling high with you for too long, and I wish it was love. Wish It Was Love by Cemetery Sun. Oh, I'm not a psychic, but I see myself all over you. Oh, I'm sick on you, but you're the medicine too. Into It by Camille Cabello. And You're the Queen of Hearts, make me your king. I'll be the diamond. Oh, you'll be the diamond. I got the ring. We could rule the world. Own everything. I'll be the Jay-Z. You'll be my B. Our song is Queen of Hearts by We the Kings. Okay. So, we'll start about these really quick. So this first one, Wish It Was Love. I feel like this really speaks to like your person's past, how like they have felt in relationships previously or just love in general, feeling like, you know, that shadow that came up where it's like, well, I wish it was this, but it never is, you know, like it's always too good to be true. I wish it was love. Like it's always just infatuation. Or it's always just a physical connection. But like this coming through in the center, I feel like there is a strong, you know, physical connection for you all. With this song Into It, Camille Cabello. But the song I want to focus on is this Queen of Hearts by We the Kings. I really feel like your person sees and feels this like strong connection that you all have, this like soul connection that's come through several times. This is like, I really feel like this song speaks a lot about divine connections. All right, so if your person could say anything to you, pile 3, what would they say? What's important for them to hear? Do you even care? What do you want for? I need more balance too. Love me. Wait. 7. Oh, I'm ready. Oh, I have thrown so many cards on the floor today. I know you from somewhere. Past life connection there. 6. You are right. I'm sure I didn't throw any more of these on the ground. I did. And let me hold you. 7. You send me mixed signals. Don't give up on us. I don't know how much longer I can do this. I'm afraid if you touch me, you will destroy me. You are my rose. I want to be there for you, there to take care of you. Facing my reflection is more than I can handle. I miss your sunshine in my life so much. Your face haunts me day and night. I know that the fire that burns in you is the same that burns in me. You are worth fighting for. The letter D. The letter A. We've done this before. Nope. The letter H. Head. Water. Let's have fun. I feel blocked. Please don't walk away. The letter C. This is going to take some time. I'll get one more. There you I want one more. If it'll just give me one more. Sometimes this deck is hard to shuffle. Oh, okay. I'll take the one that fell on the ground, I guess. Since all of these have been popping to the ground. I cannot stop checking your social media. All right. So this is what I have for you today, pile 3. I hope you find it helpful. If you don't resonate with this, you can pick another pile, or another reading, or another lovely reader here on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe or stick around. I'm going to try and get more readings up more regularly, or you can go over to my Instagram. I am somewhat more consistent over there. But send you all of my light and love on your journey, and I hope you have a blessed morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever time of day it is when you watch this. Bye.